Persian Art, an introduction. The heart of ancient Persia is in what is now southwest Iran, in the region called the Fars. In the second half of the 6th century BCE, the Persians, also called Achaemenids, created an enormous empire reaching from the Indus Valley to northern Greece and from Central Asia to Egypt. A tolerant empire. Although the surviving literary sources on the Persian Empire were written by ancient Greece, who were the sworn enemies of the Persians and highly contemptuous of them, the Persians were in fact quite tolerant and ruled a multi-ethnic empire. Persia was the first empire known to have acknowledged the different faiths, languages, and political organizations of its subjects. And this gives you an idea how big the Persian Empire is, or was, excuse me, all the way here through Egypt, almost to China going this way, and then up past Greece, okay, and Macedonia. This tolerance for cultures under Persian control carried over into administration. In the lands which they conquered, the Persians continued to use indigenous languages and administrative structures. For example, the Persians accepted hieroglyphic script written on papyrus in Egypt and traditional Babylonian record keeping in cuneiform in Mesopotamia. The Persians must have been very proud of this new approach to empire, as can be seen in the representation of many different peoples in the relief from Persepolis, a city founded by Darius the Great in the 6th century BCE. And then this is the Gate of All Nations, the Apadana. Persepolis included a massive columned hall used for receptions by the king called the Apadana. This hall contains 72 columns and 2 monumental stairways. This picture is called Assyrians with Lambs. The walls of the spaces and the stairs leading up to the reception hall were carved with hundreds of figures, several of which illustrated subjects, peoples of various ethnicities bringing tribute to the Persian king. And then this shows you the Apadana and the stairway. And if you look down here, you can see that there are different peoples. And then if you look back this way, it's just this long line of people bringing tribute to the king. And this is all that's left of the Apadana. Conquered by Alexander the Great, the Persian Empire was famously conquered by Alexander the Great. Alexander no doubt was impressed by the Persian system of absorbing and retaining local language and traditions, as he imitated this system himself in the vast lands he won in battle. Indeed, Alexander made a point of burying the last Persian Empire, Darius III, in a lavish and respectful way in the royal tombs near Persepolis. This enabled Alexander to claim title to the Persian throne and to legitimize his control over the greatest empire of the ancient Near East. And that is the end.